Okay, good evening, everybody. On behalf of Rob Martin, my name is Rohan Bansali, and welcome to our webinar. I'm just going to kick on screen share there, and we'll get started in 1 second. Right. And where is my presenter mode? Oh, that's odd. I don't have a presenter mode here today. Okay, can you see the slides anyway?
Yep, I got you.
All right, well, we're just going to wing it today. This is the magic of live webinar. All sorts of things can go on. All right, so by a quick way of overview, if you have any questions during the presentation when I'm speaking, Rob's going to man the chat box on the bottom there. So just go ahead and ask any questions you have. We're happy to answer it. And while Rob's speaking on the back half of the presentation, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. But after the presentation, the best way is to get back to the coach that invited you. But if you want to reach one of us, we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have after the presentation. This is my information. You can find me on Facebook as my business page. You can find me at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com and teamfindyourfocus.com is my website, and Rob's going to give you his information.
You could always reach me at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com, firsttfitness.com, or via Facebook is always great, always available via Messenger.
Excellent. All right, I think I found the presenter mode there. Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit today about what we're going to do. So we're talking about the Beachbody coach opportunity, and there's some two key words there that are very important. The first is about being a coach. So it means helping other people achieve their goals. That's the big part of our business. And it's an opportunity. It's a real business, and it's a chance for you to make a difference in your life and the lives of other people. So this is a little bit about me. This is back in 2010 before I decided to join Beachbody or start one of their programs. You can see I was pretty unhealthy. I had that big old gut and like 9 chins. If you've never heard of metabolic syndrome, this is someone with metabolic syndrome, pre-diabetic, all that kind of stuff. I made the decision that I was going to do something about it finally, right around the age of 40. I bought a program called Power 90, one of Beachbody's older programs. Really sort of boring. It was 4 workouts over 90 days. So you did 2 for 6 weeks and another 2 for 6 weeks. Really took a lot of focus, but I had really terrific results. And I lost a lot of weight, became a lot stronger. I still, even though I had great results with the program, refused to try Shakeology, which is a funny story. And we'll talk about Shakeology in a little bit. So there you can see a little bit more of my before and after pictures. Again, I was a pretty big unhealthy guy. And then I lost a lot of weight using the Beachbody programs. I finally decided to become a coach in 2013 after my own coach asked me a couple of times to join Team Beachbody. And I thought, look, I already have a day job. I'm very busy. I don't know anything about sales. I'm not at the end of my fitness journey yet. I don't look like a perfect chisel specimen. No one's going to listen to me. All these excuses, which turned out not to be really that relevant, but I had them all in my head. And then even after I signed up for about 8 months, I didn't do anything. Now I have a little bit of success with the business. I'm a 2-star diamond coach, which doesn't really mean anything other than, like I said, we have some success. More importantly, I'm a father of 2. My son there, on the left, is with me when I was pretty unhealthy. He's only a few months old there. Fast forward to a couple of years later. My son's now sitting on my shoulders. My daughter, who showed up later, is in my arms. And this is really the key, the heart of what we do with Beachbody, and that is to help parents and children have healthier and safer lives, create generational changes with nutritional change and fitness and exercise mentalities. And really, here's the key. The guy on the left is doing something that it can't do what the guy on the right's doing. And that's really the big change for me. I'm a full-time cardiologist. Again, not all that important other than to say that I'm a pretty busy person. I work 60 to 80 hours a week, depending if I'm on call. I happen to be on call this week, so I'm going to have a pretty big, long 80-hour week. But I still manage, despite that really hectic schedule, to work this business in some focused time every day. I am a runner. In fact, I just ran the New York Half Marathon yesterday. It's something I never thought I would say. I was never even able to run a quarter mile around a track when I was a kid. And thanks to Beachbody helping me do things I never dreamed possible. I've run 3 marathons. I have another one coming up in just a few months. And that's something I never ever thought I would say, and certainly nothing I could have done without Beachbody. So let's talk a little bit about what Beachbody is and what Team Beachbody is. So in 1998, our president and our co-founder and CEO, Carl Deichler and John Conklin, they got together and they had this back of the napkin kind of conversation and said, hey, let's start a fitness company. All they really had was a really good idea and a dream. And they said, we want to help people get fit. We want to end the epidemic of obesity in the United States. Now, this is a pretty, a pretty big market full of things like Thigh Master and Billy Blank's Tybo and Suzanne Summers and all this sort of stuff. So it was pretty saturated. But they had a real vision. They really wanted to create a 360-degree support system for people. And so they launched Beachbody, and in 2000, Power 90 came out, really helped me lose some weight. And then in 2004, the whole game changed. P90X was released. Almost everyone's heard about it. It is the program that revolutionized home fitness in the United States. It's a boot camp style program, very intense, and people were losing hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And what we found was that the people who were starting the program were reaching out to people who had already done the program, so-called grads, and asking them for advice and using them as mentors to help them get through the program. And what we found is the people who had this mentor-mentee relationship were not only completing the program more often, but we're having better and better results. So Beachbody said, hey, we got to codify this. This needs to be something we got to do regularly. And in 2007, they created Team Beachbody, which is a group of coaches who are, all they are people who have done Beachbody programs and help other people do Beachbody programs. And since that happened, there's been a veritable explosion, and this is way outdated at this point. We have a ton more programs now. But just some highlights. In 2009, Insanity came out. Boy, that is an aptly named program because Insanity is craziness. Really had terrific results, but it is a hard program and it will work you. Program I'm doing right now and that Rob happens to love, Body Beast, came out right around 2012. It's a muscle building and strength building program. But, what we really found was that women were having the opportunity to lift weights with basically a personal trainer, Sagi, on their TV, telling them what to do with the right form and the right amount of weights. And we're having incredible results. Now, we don't talk about women and weightlifting often enough, but we should, because it's really critical. It helps prevent osteoporosis and improves lean body mass, improves bone density, improves glycemic utilization, meaning it helps to decrease the chance of developing diabetes. Women need to lift weights. They need to lift heavy weights. And Body Beast really gave an opportunity for them to do that in the privacy of their own home with a minimal amount of equipment. In 2013, T25 came out and blew the doors off the last excuse that people have, which is that I don't have enough time to work out. Well, this is a program that gives you incredible results in just 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So anyone can do that when they do that in their own home. They don't have to go to a gym. They just pop in the DVD or the streaming video and are able to do that. So really knocked out the last excuse. P90X3 came out a few months later, and that was 30 minutes a day, a very condensed form of P90X, really wonderful program. And then interestingly enough, 2014, 21 Day Fix came out. And 21 Day Fix is an incredible program that combined not only 30-minute workouts, but gave you a foolproof eating system. Now, people who don't know a macronutrient from a micronutrient, a carb from a fat, from a protein, they don't need to know any of that. They don't have to count calories. They don't have to do anything. They have all these color-coded containers, and basically all you got to do is stick your food in there, and if it fits in there, you can eat it, and you don't have to guess what we could eat or how much. It was a really fantastic program, and it took the last frontier, just nutrition, and really gave people a lot of support there. And just a funny story, in late 2014, they revamped the original Power 90 into a new P90, and I put my then 70-year-old mom on that program. She lost about 30 pounds and went from diabetic to non-diabetic. So the program that started it all for me, Power 90, went full circle and helped my mom. And this is really what we do at Beachbody. Everyone I love, my wife, my mom, my sister, my family, my friends, all are doing Beachbody programs because it's created that kind of change in our lives. So why is it? Why is it when we had all these other fitness programs and products and Weight Watchers and Dial a Meal and all this kind of weird stuff that people have been having such continued success with Beachbody? Well, Beachbody doesn't just approach one thing. It's not like it just approaches fitness like Tybo, and it doesn't just approach nutrition like Weight Watchers. It gives you the whole spectrum. So you've seen some of the fitness programs. We'll talk about nutrition in a second. We give you the peer support, which is the coach to help you through all of that. And then finally, Beachbody rewards us as coaches and you as a participant for being part of it. And that's really where the heart of that business comes from. So let's talk about the nutrition. So Beachbody's main nutritional product is called Shakeology. It is a meal replacement shake, and if you ask us as coaches what it is, we'll tell you it's our daily dose of dense superfood nutrition, which is kind of silly until you actually think about it. So it's daily. The thing about Shakeology is you never have to guess what to have for breakfast. People go through all these machinations. Should I have oatmeal because everyone's supposed to have oatmeal? Should I have bacon and eggs and skip the carbs because no one should have carbs in breakfast? Should I have just toast and pancakes? Who knows what to eat? Shakeology, you don't have to guess. Just stick it in the blender, drink it. You're going to have the healthiest meal of your day without any thought. Or if you're like me, you can have it for dinner, so I don't have to worry about stopping at the grocery store or prepping or making sure there's food in the fridge. I come home, throw it in the blender, and then I go do my workout or whatever it is that I need to do. It's all done, taken care of. I have it every day without thinking. We say it's our daily dose. Now, it's not a medication. It's not meant to be a medication, but I'll tell you this. I work in a hospital. I am constantly being bombarded by pathogens, viruses, and bacteria and all this kind of stuff. And the flu really knocked out half the hospital staff this year, and I was walking around like I'm impenetrable. Shakeology really has some incredible superfood ingredients, and you can see some of them here on the wall of Shakeology at headquarters. And some of them really boost your immune system. Things like chaga, which is an adaptogen that really helps your immune system fight off infection. It has a lot of trace minerals, which are necessary for immune function. It also has a lot of things not to do with the immune system. It helps you with digestion, your hair and skin and nails, helps a lot of people sleep better. There's a ton of things that Shakeology does. But for me, the thing that I love about it the most, besides the fact that it helps me lose weight, gives me energy, and tastes great, is that it keeps me from getting sick. There's a flavor of Shakeology for everybody, because I know what you're thinking. Oh yeah, it has all these great superfoods, probably tastes terrible. It doesn't. It's really quite delicious. I'm particularly fond of the chocolate. I know Rob is using the vegan chocolate right now. We used to be very fond of the vanilla. I also love that green berry. What's not pictured here is cafe latte, which is a coffee flavored Shakeology. My wife happens to love that one. So whatever your fancy is, whatever you taste, you enjoy, there is a flavor that you're going to like, and there is a myriad of recipes. You can add extracts or nut butters or fruit or whatever it is to alter the taste to your liking. So whatever you like, there's going to be a Shakeology flavor for you. Along the lines of nutritional supplementation, we have the performance line. This is one of my favorite things. So the performance line is a group of NSF safe, certified safe products that help with your physical performance. So there's a pre-workout Energize, an intra-workout Hydrate, which is a hypotonic solution, basically replaces sweat. There's a post-workout Recover and an overnight recharge with tart cherry extract, which helps prevent delayed onset muscle soreness. That soreness you get a couple of days after you work out. And of course, creatine, which is the most widely studied supplement in the world. And these are so good that they recently became the official supplement of the Ironman triathlon. So if you don't know what that is, it's a 140.6 mile race, a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bicycle ride, and a full 26.2 mile marathon. So, people who train that hard for that race and race that hard for 140 plus miles have to have supplementation that's effective. And this stuff is all backed by science, and it's all safe for competition. Really amazing stuff. So Beachbody really gives you the ability to improve your nutrition and to improve your performance with supplementation. So now you're thinking, okay, great. So you got really crazy programs like Insanity. You've got Shakeology as a meal replacement every day. You've even got the supplements to help me do my workouts better and be stronger. Does any of this stuff actually work? Well, here you can see some before and after pictures of people who have gone through the program. And note, they're all different shapes and sizes, genders, colors. Some had a lot of weight to lose. Some just had a little weight to lose and needed to get ripped. Whatever your goals are, Beachbody has a program for you. And not only do they have a program for you, they have a coach who has gone through what you're going through and can help guide you through your journey. And that's really the heart of what we do in the peer support and the coaching network. Our job is to help people get successfully through their programs. Now, Rob's going to talk to you a little bit about the business opportunity in a second. And that really involves about being a coach. So obviously the first step is really getting used to the programs, getting used to the products. But let me talk a little bit about what a coach is, and more importantly, about what a coach is not. A coach does not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I am not a fitness or nutrition expert. I don't know anything about fitness or nutrition, but Beachbody does, and I plug people into their tools to help with fitness and nutrition. So I connect people. I don't have to be an expert in anything. You do not already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. People don't identify with perfection. They don't identify with that guy who's got a chisel six-pack or that girl who's, has a super flat stomach. What they're identifying with is a new mom who is starting to work out every day and going on her journey and being very successful with staying consistent, or a guy who's overweight but makes commitment and every day is working out and every day is drinking a Shakeology, is having results. Those are the people that people identify with because they see themselves in those people. You don't have to be an experienced salesperson. We don't want salespeople. What we want is people who are willing to share how Shakeology, how Beachbody programs are helping to change the course of their lives. We want people who are committed to using the program, which is the first step really of becoming a good coach. You have to be a product of the product. I mean, how do you talk about how great Shakeology is if you don't drink Shakeology, right? And finally, and most importantly, you have to be committed to improving yourself. The person you are today is not going to be the great Beachbody coach. You have to grow into that person. So we as coaches every day commit ourselves to reading or listening to something that has expand our minds and our vision, help us become better coaches so we can help our customers and clients more effectively. And with that, I am going to step off and turn it over to Rob. All right, as soon as I forget how to get my screen share off.
Awesome job. Always, boy, I mean, this webinar, I think, could potentially be like, 5 or 6 hours with all the great stuff. I know we try to cut it down to a half an hour, but holy cow, I mean, there's just so much there to touch base on. And really, before I start my end of it, one of the reasons why I do what I do, aside from really where it got me and getting me in shape and fitness, I think as a society, we're at a point now where we need to focus on preventative care and really not wait to the point where we have to go see Rohan, and your cardiologist, and start putting on medication. I'm sure Rohan and the rest of the doctors out there would absolutely love to see you taking care of yourself before they have to take care of you. And so that's kind of what I do, is that I'm a huge advocate of preventative care. So that way, the only doctor I see is my annual checkup for them to give me a high five and take my blood work, my blood pressure, and tell me how great everything is. And so that's kind of my goal, to help people get to that point. So a little bit about me. I was not at that goal. I was to the goal where I was taking medication at the age of 36. We had just had our youngest child, and I have 3 boys total. I remember vividly playing on the floor with them and being out of breath as I'm just playing trucks. And I didn't want to be that dad. I didn't want to be the dad that couldn't do the things that, other dads did, as far as running after the kids or playing catch, going to the beach, and I also wanted to be a good role model. I wanted to teach them really what it took to be healthy and fit and, lead a good life. So that's kind of where I began. The very first day did not start off all that well. I had ordered P90X, got it in, did it on a Monday because, of course, we start everything on Mondays. And after that day, I was so sore doing chest and I think it was chest and buys. And I was so sore that I couldn't even move. Literally, within an hour of getting done with that workout, I was almost stuck. And I pretty much had resigned myself that day one was going to be the first and only day that I did this workout. And later on that night, somebody claiming to be my coach called me and said, "Hey, Rob, I'm your Beachbody coach." And I said, "I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I didn't order a Beachbody coach. I figured this is something that they were going to try to charge me for." And needless to say, it wasn't. It's probably the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And he explains that just like me, he started off exactly the same way, getting ready to quit before he began. And there are hundreds of people like me in his group in an online chat, and they're all pushing play, struggling, helping each other. Why don't you hop on, he says. So I said, okay, well, I have nothing to lose because I wasn't going to come back for day two. And I went through the message boards and I kind of saw everybody else and what they were doing, and I was intrigued. I saw people struggling and people that were posting selfies that were far more out of shape, even as out of shape as I was, far more out of shape than I was. I'm like, you know what, if they can come back for a day two, I can come back for a day two. So that's kind of where it all began, and really the beauty of it. So the rest, as they say, is kind of history. After doing 2 rounds of P90X, I was easily in the best shape of my life. I felt amazing. I felt like I could do anything. Mentally, I was stronger than probably at any time in my life. And so I decided I was going to become a coach, mainly for the discount. I did attempt to work it very slightly as a business. I think it was probably about a week and a half, but I really didn't have any power of conviction as far as helping other people. And so I just went back to working it, not just doing the workouts for the tax breaks and the discounts. And that was cool with me. I mean, I was in the best shape of my life. I was able to get the workouts in at home. There was really nothing any better. But as the years went by, and I never missed workouts. I really never, like Rohan said, I don't get sick, with Shakeology and doing the workouts and being healthy. I maybe in the last 8 years, I can count on one hand, less than one hand, the times that I've had the sniffles, and maybe even, once or twice where I haven't been able to get out of bed. But so it's pretty amazing. But over this time, I didn't want to keep this to myself. I had absolutely fallen in love with fitness. I'd fallen in love with the company and all the people that I've met that I wanted really to help other people do the same. And so I decided to give it a whirl and try it for the business. And it's absolutely been amazing. The amount of people that I've met throughout the country that are inspiring every single day has made my life vastly more fulfilling. And so, I decided, not because it's needed in the business, but because it's just a huge interest of mine, that I became Precision Nutrition certified and NSCA certified, which gives me a little bit more knowledge to help people. But again, not really intricate to what I do with Beachbody, but just a little bit more knowledge for me. I'm father of 3 boys. I have a beautiful wife. I'm a full-time general manager of a 27-hole country club. And again, really not that important, other than, look, we all live busy lives. We all going a million miles an hour, but this business is truly one that you can build, as you have time. As Rohan said, I absolutely addicted to Body Beast, love it. Although I try all the programs. Huge fan of PiYo, T25, 22-minute hardcore, quarter force. I mean, you name it. There's so many great ones out there. So no matter what workout you're looking to do or what your results you're looking to get, Beachbody has a workout for you. And they all come with nutrition plans, which is equally amazing. And really a huge aspect of the coaching business is the support and accountability. It's kind of like a 3-legged stool. You need the workouts, the nutrition, and you need the support and accountability. In fact, through my training, pretty much every psychology book that is available, 70% of successful people have the accountability and the support by people that they know or love on a daily basis. And so the people that fail are the ones that don't have that support, don't have that accountability. And unfortunately, that's the vast majority of people that are working out. They try to do it alone, and it may work for a little while, and then eventually it stops working. So the benefits of being a coach, you get to work your own hours, part-time or full-time, build it online or in person. I started building it just solely in person, and now it's more online than in person. But everybody's a little bit different. People that have a real strong social presence on social media can build it almost entirely online and reach people pretty easily. Share the passion and attract people. I mean, either two things. Either you need to get in shape or you're just hardcore as far as working out. And either way, that passion for wanting a better self attracts people that are very similar to yourself, or people that would like to be more like you. Either way, it works extremely well. And as a business owner, I'm sure Rohan just got done doing his, but I just, finished up with my accountant doing all my expenses for the business. And I think we ended up writing off over $18,000 towards the business, from trips to Summit to, mileage for cars, workout programs, samples of the supplements. I mean, the list really goes on and on. When you sign up as a coach, what do you receive? You receive 3 preloaded websites. You don't have to be a web designer. Certainly I am about as technically challenged as humanly possible. Pretty much everything links directly back to you. You just simply type in a bio and away you go. You also receive this cool app on the right. It's designed by the engineers that did the platform for Facebook, and it essentially can run up to 10 groups of 250 people total. So that way, whether you're helping people at the office, you're a trainer and you're keeping track of all your clients, or whether you're a gym owner, you can essentially have an app specific to different groups. So that way you can keep track of them throughout the daily basis. As a trainer, one of the problems that I see is that I may train a client once or twice or maybe 3 times a week tops. And the other 4 days, I have no idea what they're doing. With this app, I can make sure I can monitor what they're doing workout-wise. I can keep tabs on what they're doing nutrition-wise and eating. So it's pretty amazing. You also receive an online office that monitors your clients, the orders, the commissions, the bonuses, product trainings, business training, personal development, and so much more. And it really is, when you do get into that back office, literally you could spend months upon months upon months just going through that with all the different information. And really, it gets you up to the speed in relatively quick time. So all the different rewards. I mean, if getting in the best shape of your life, being better mentally than you've ever been, meeting all kinds of amazing people, if that's not a reward enough, I don't know what is. But then on top of that, they pay you a 25% commission, bonuses on team growth, trips, recognition, personal development, training. And the list is really infinite. So if you have any questions as far as the comp plan, get together with the coach who invited you, and they'll be more than happy to send you some information. Statement of earnings, perhaps my favorite page, and you probably think, geez, it kind of looks a little bit boring. Why would this be your favorite page? I have a couple other pages that might be a little bit better. This explains really life in a nutshell, right? Just like your fitness. You can have the greatest fitness programs. You can belong to the greatest gym. You could have everything at your disposal. But if you never press play, if you never do the workouts, if you never go to the gym, you're never going to get any results. And that's exactly what this business is as well. If you never work the business, if you never put forth the effort, if you're never coachable, if you're never on any of the team leadership calls, essentially what you're going to get out of it is nothing. And that's okay if you want to be a discount coach, because God knows we have a bunch of those, and those are fantastic for people that love the workouts, love the nutrition, and they just want a discount. It's almost like belonging to a Costco or a BJ's. And that's cool. If you want to work this as a business, it does require effort. This is not a, magic pill. Statement of earnings, again, another good page, because everybody has a different skill set that comes to Beachbody or really any business. Some people may be social media darlings. Other people may be more analytical. Other people may be great with numbers. Other people may have a million contacts. Some people are technologically gifted. Other people, like myself, are technologically challenged. So we all bring something different to the table. And so some people are going to experience success right away. Some people, like myself, are going to have to be much more coachable over a longer period of time in order to get to where they want to go. And the beauty of this is that I become so much better, not only with Beachbody, but what I do for a living, mainly because it's forced me really to almost get outside my comfort zone and really attack things that before I really didn't I don't want to say have the interest in learning, but I was scared of learning. I had perhaps never learned as much technology-wise prior to Beachbody, mainly because there was a fear there. And essentially, you learn to put the fear aside and go get things. And that's essentially what I've done. So what do you get? You get outstanding support, tools and training from the business quick starts, coach basics, coach training, marketing tools. You get communication, coach breaking news. It's essentially a running feed of information 24/7. Every Monday we have a national wake-up call from one of the more successful millionaires, Beachbody coaches. The Coach Monthly newsletter, FAQ, social media, we're on them all. I think Snapchat's the latest to be added to that as well. And what to expect from our team. The beauty of this is not necessarily that, you have all these amazing platforms to sell from, but really you have amazing people to learn from, whether it be myself or Rohan or any of the 1,000 upline coaches. We provide what they call Project Care, which essentially is going to get coaches up to speed and teach them every step of the way of what they need to do to become a successful coach. And we put this together over the last 6 months. So that way you have it. It doesn't cost anything, and away you go. And you can do this on your own time. So you get the free training provided by our team, regular team meetings. I have one a little bit later on tonight, quarterly meetings in person, leadership training, support, and recognition. So really, how do we join? Get me signed up here. So you can sign up most easily, most economically via a challenge pack. And the challenge pack is essentially going to save you a ton of money right off the bat. It's our most economical way to go, mainly because it gets everything rolled into one. You get the fitness program of your choice. You get first month shipment of Shakeology Home Director, the performance supplements, a trial of Beachbody on demand, and the coach fee all rolled into one nice, neat challenge pack. And those typically range anywhere from $140 to $250, with I'd say the wheelhouse being in that $140 to $180 mark. Although there is a pretty cool challenge pack of on-demand annually that's going on for a limited time. That's pretty awesome as well. You could also get Shakeology Home Direct plus a $40 coach fee. But ultimately, when you do the math, that comes out to a very close fee to the challenge pack, and you don't get everything that your challenge pack offers. Or you can just get a fitness program plus a $40 fee. So ultimately, the decision's yours which way you want to go. My personal opinion is a challenge pack. You're going to get more bang for your buck. And then on top of that, it's really important, like Rohan said, that you're a product of the product. Even if you're not planning on using 24/7, 365 days a year, it's important that you experience, whether it be the performance supplements or Shakeology. I use Shakeology every day, and I also use the performance supplements pre and post. So for me, I'm a product of the product. We're going to touch base on the ongoing business service fees, and another really, great page, even though you say, Rob, it's another fee. How could this possibly be a great page? Well, take a look quickly what you get for that. And keep in mind also, as a business owner, this $15.95 monthly fee is a business expense. So this is a write-off of any profit or really anything for the year. So you get all the media promotion and brand awareness. There's not one person that I've ever talked to that if you mention the word P90X, Insanity, T25, or the 21-day fix that don't know what you're talking about from a company standpoint. You also get the 3 personal websites. You also get the online office. You never inventory any products, so everything is sent directly from our warehouses. You get 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day customer support. You get technical support, marketing, communications, training, success on demand, and Beachbody on demand streaming. And the Beachbody on demand streaming is new within the last year and a half, and it's an amazing platform which really has grown and grown and grown, and really think Netflix for fitness. Every single program that Beachbody has can be streamed directly to any platform that can get the internet, whether it be a smartphone, whether it be a laptop, your smart television, iPads, Chromebooks, anything and everything out there you can download. So I have some clients that are overseas in Afghanistan, and from their base, which is amazing to me, they get internet support. And they're able to they're doing Insanity right now. So they get 6-7 guys out there. They push all the cots off to the side and they're doing Insanity, on the base. So Beachbody on demand is absolutely amazing. And if you want to see it before you get involved, the coach who invited you can give you a link for a free month of Beachbody on demand. So you can play around with that and see what that's all about. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you is going to follow up and ask you what you like best about the presentation. And be honest, it helps us provide a little bit better presentation. Perhaps it's a little bit too slow, a little bit too fast. You'd like to touch on other things. Any comments that you have certainly is going to be helpful to us presenting a platform a little bit better. Does Beachbody seem like a right fit for you? Is this something that you can see yourself doing? Do you love helping other people? Are you all about fitness? Do you need to get in shape and you'd also like to make a supplemental income on the side? Absolutely amazing way to go. And you have options. What appeals? Maybe you want to jump right into coaching, or you want to be a customer first. The challenge pack is a great way to go, mainly because if you do start as a customer and you decide you want to become a coach, that challenge pack fee, the sign up for the coach is waived. So you don't have to pay that $40 fee again. It's already, that free coach is in the challenge pack. So that's an option that you have as well. And so if you have any questions, touch base with Rohan at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com or teamfindyourfocus.com, or you can touch base with myself at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com or firsttfitness.com, or you can find either one of us on Facebook. I certainly appreciate you joining us this evening, and everybody have a great night.
Night, everybody.